Hello students, myself K.M.Jha, lecturer VPMP Polytechnic Gandhinagar. I am again here with my new module from the Java programming. The subject code is 3350703. Unit name is Object Oriented Programming Concepts, and the topic that we will cover here is object classes, methods and meaning. Now we will see the objective. After going through this module, students shall be able to understand how to define classes, fields, methods, how to create object, accessing rules, this keyword, final keyword, static keyword, and what is method overload. About the introduction, everything in Java is associated classes and objects. As I said many times, Java is truly object-oriented programming language. So everything is related with object, and object is from the class. So classes are nothing but collection of objects along with its attributes and methods. So classes are from objects and objects are along with attributes and methods. So in a real life, suppose if we are talking about a object, we will take one example like car. Car is behaving like an object. The car has attributes such as weight and color and methods such as drive and brake. So it means the attributes are nothing but variables, that is weight and color, and methods are nothing but the function, that is brake and drive. Now we will see the next, how to define object classes and methods. So classes, it is nothing but it is a collection of objects that has same properties. A class in Java contains data member, method, constructor, block, class and interface. So this is the syntax of class. How we can define the class? By using the keyword class, you can declare the class name, and this is body of the class. This is one of the example of class. Here the name of the class is salary, and this is the keyword that is associated with the salary. This is name of the class, and compiler will understand this by keyword class, and it is nothing but it is a user defined data type. So fields and methods. So field is a member variable that belongs to a class. It means we are talking about the variable, and methods are nothing but we are talking about the function. Functions in C++ and methods in Java. So methods you all are knowing from the C only and C++, and now it is in Java. It is nothing new that we are talking. We are talking about the function as well as methods. So this is the return type, the same syntax we are following here. Method name and parameter list, and this is the body. Now about the object, you all are aware of object also because we have learned that in C++ as well as now in C as well as now in Java. By using the class name, we are able to create the object. This is first syntax, this is other syntax. By new, you are going to create the object name, and once the object is created, the constructor is called. The constructor is called. This is other way, this is object name, and by using new, because the object is already declared here, by using this class name, and directly you can use this object here. Here you have created the object by using class name, and here we have used the object which we have created here by using new, and then after the constructor is called here. This, you can see here my mouse is moving here. So constructor is called here to initialize the object. So you can see here the example S1. S1, it is the object from the class salary, and once the object is created by using this unary operator new, it is initialized by the default constructor salary. Okay, so this is default because there is no argument associated with this. So right now the values are 0, 0. The access modifier in Java is private, default, protected and public. You all are aware of this thing. Okay. So this keyword in Java, whenever we are talking about the this, it means we are talking about the current class constructor. This keyword can be used to refer current class instance variable. Please remember this thing. This keyword can be used to refer current class instance variable. Instance variable is nothing but we are talking about the object. Okay. Also, this can be used to invoke current class constructor, and many more things are there. You can see here we have used here the this keyword. We are trying to differentiate the class variable along with this argument value. Okay. By using this, you can hide the class variable. Okay. So we have used here the this, and by using this is associated with class variable. These are the values of this one, the parameter list. So this is your argument variable and this is your class variable. By using this you are hiding the the variables value. And this is the same example that we are always going with. So you will have to remember one thing, by using this, important thing is here only this keyword can be used to invoke current class method. This can be used passed as an argument in the method call. This can be passed as argument in the constructor call. Okay, many more things are there. So main thing is this one, this dot roll number. It means this dot roll number, it means we are talking about this one. This dot name, it means we are talking about this one. This dot fee, so currently instance variable. Okay, and these are your arguments value. This one. Just to differentiate the class variable with the argument variable, we are using the static. Static is applicable along with variable methods as well as blocks. So whenever we are talking about the static keyword in Java, it means we are talking about the fixed value. The static keyword belongs to the class and then instance of the class. Here you can see here it is associated with the variable name, then it is associated with, so we are talking about this one, this is static variable. Here the value is fixed, we are not going to change the variable's value. So this is the example of static variable. Okay, now we will talk about the final keyword in Java. So final is associated with variable, then method as well as in the class, as the name is final. Okay, so we are not going to change the value. So here when we are talking about the static, it is also associated with variable as well as method as well as block. Okay, it is mainly used for memory management, Java static keyword. When we are talking about the final keyword in Java, it means the values cannot be changed. It is associated with variable, methods and class. Here you can see this is the example of final variable. Here we have declared this variable speed limit as final, so we are not going to change the value. If we are going to change the variable's value, then compiler will generate an error. Okay, you can see here the compiler has generated an error as we are trying to change the speed limit. Previously it was 90, now I am trying to change the speed limit as 400, so it will generate an error as we have declared it as a final variable. Now example of final method. If any method is declared as final, suppose the run method is declared here as final, so you are not going to change the behavior of that method. If you are trying to do that, then again it will declare a compiler error. You can see here the behavior is system.out.println running, and here we are trying to change the same final method as system.out.println running safely with 100 km/h, but it is not going to be executed as you have declared it as a final, so it will generate a compiler error. Similarly, final is applicable in classes also. So if the class is declared as final, here you can see the example of a class bike. It is declared as final, so you cannot extend that class bike as it is declared final, so inheritance property failed here. So if suppose there is any requirement where if you are not interested to extend your class or inherit the properties of your earlier class, then you can use the final class. Okay, so here you can see we have created a class named bike by using the keyword final, so you are not able to extend that particular class. In such cases, then also if you are trying to do that, in such case compiler will generate an error. Now method overloading. Method overloading can be done in two ways, by changing number of argument and by changing the data type. It is very much clear to all the students. I know that it is one of the very important topic and easy for all the students to understand. Here we are trying to overload the method, and that's why the name is method overloading. This is the example you can see here. The function name is, or the method name is add, and the variables you can see here. Here there are 2 arguments and here you can see the 3 arguments. So the function add is overloaded with the argument, and that's why it is the example of changing number of arguments. Here we have changed the argument. Here there are 2 arguments. Here you can see three arguments with the same function name. And that's why the example of method overloading. And this is the example of method overloading with different data types. Why it is different data type? Here we are having two arguments, but the data type has been changed. That you can see. I am rotating my mouse. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you are having interest to watch the videos again, then please go through my next updates also from the Java language. Thank you again for watching this.